now. Um, so first, I just want to say welcome to the masterclass. I'm so happy you're here, and I can't wait to help you on this journey. So today, we're going to talk about how to launch a digital product business with AI and get your first sale in record time. And you don't have to be an expert, you don't need to be tech savvy, and you don't even have to show your face. And so my goal tonight is simple. I just want to help everyone here build a thriving online business using AI, whether you're a 9 to 5 employee, business owner, student, or busy parent. And I truly want you to pay attention and learn some of these extremely powerful strategies. So make sure you do stay until the end. And I'm also going to be giving away $500 cash to one person who stays until the end. I will announce the winner. And then I'm going to do a Q&A for everyone at the end as well. Plus, I'm also going to reveal an incredible opportunity to work directly with me inside my mentorship program. So to enter the $500 cash giveaway, post that you're live and just tag me on Instagram if you have Instagram. So right now, while we're here together, I can just give you a moment here to do that. So you can just grab your phone. You can take like a screenshot of this slide here, or like me presenting, and just post it to your Instagram story. You can write anything like learning how to build my digital product business with Sara, and just make sure you tag me so I can see it. And at the end, my team will just choose a random winner. So yeah, $500 cash giveaway. I'm going to give you guys like a minute or two to, I guess, take a screenshot or whatever you need to do so you can post it on your story and tag me. And even if you don't post it like of this screen, it's okay. Like you can post it throughout the presentation. Don't feel like you need to do it right now. Like you can do it. I mean, if you do it now, that'd be better. But yeah, I guess I'm going to continue now. And of course, I still want everyone to win. So if you actually do stay until the end, there's going to be a document I give you guys that contains every AI tool and prompt I'll be showing you tonight. And I'm giving it away for free for everyone who stays until the end. And this is literally what I use to build my entire business. So it is very valuable, and you will see throughout the presentation the different AI prompts I use. And I just want to be honest and transparent here. I cannot, morally and ethically speaking, like guarantee any results. So you will not make millions of dollars tomorrow by attending this masterclass, obviously. The results shown are not typical because most typical people read books, watch videos, buy courses, and take no action. They reflect the effort of the individual clients and should not be viewed as guarantees of success. As with anything, outcomes vary and depend a lot on, factors like your personal effort and circumstances. So please do not continue on this masterclass if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme or become like an overnight millionaire, because obviously that isn't realistic. And if you're not willing to dedicate at least 90 minutes tonight to learn a skill that could change your life forever, just make sure you type me in the chat if you take full ownership over your own success. So I just want to dive into this and talk about who I am for those who don't know. So who is Sara Finance? I've become a multimillionaire by age 23. I've retired my mom and grandma, and I built my dream home, paid for it in cash, and I can travel the world, work from anywhere I want without worry. And it's all because of digital products, and I'm truly grateful. I feel very blessed to be able to share this with you. And I've also helped dozens of other people sell thousands of their own digital products, quit their 9s to 5s, provide for their loved ones, gain time, location, and financial freedom. And it's all by selling digital products, whether it's their own product or someone else's, which you'll learn about later on. And I want to talk to you guys about one of my students named Zane, just to give you some motivation and to show you that this really does work. So Zane actually came to Canada. He actually got kicked out of college because of an unfair mistake, and he refused to give up. Like, he was feeling so down, and he had nothing going for him. But his family was honestly relying on him because he was like the oldest son. And so he actually figured out a way to make digital products work for him, and he ended up making 6 figures in his first year selling digital products, which is absolutely insane. He's changed his life, and he honestly motivates me because he does so well. And he even helps some of my other students in my program to help them succeed because he's been able to do it, and he started from scratch. And so truly motivating. And here's one of my other students, David. He was working a 9-to-5 job, and after 6 months of implementing my strategy, he replaced his salary, and he now makes $20,000 a month from home. He spends time with his family. He never has to ask for vacation days. And honestly, I'm so proud of him, and I hope that everyone here can achieve results as well. And also my student Celine, she was burnt out working 9-to-5, and she wanted freedom to spend time with her kids and not have to work her job. And she actually was able to figure out Pinterest and sell her digital products there. and now she makes a full-time income from there, and she no longer has to work her 9 to 5. This story inspires me every time I share it, so I hope you got some inspiration from that. So the only reason I've been able to help so many regular people start doing this is actually because of AI. So about AI, let's address the elephant in the room. AI is taking over, everyone knows. Basically, it's kind of replacing a lot of jobs too, which honestly can be scary. Like, is anyone else scared of AI? Type me if you are even just like a little scared of AI kind of taking over. Um, and here's why you don't need to be afraid of AI. Because it's not, obviously, it's not just destroying jobs, but it's also predicted to create more millionaires than any other opportunity in history. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know NVIDIA's CEO. He has one of the most biggest companies in the world, and he basically believes that AI technology enables people to create new things, filling in skill gaps and allowing for more chances to generate revenue. And this obviously applies to digital products too. And so you can come in and take a piece of the pie as well. So right now, as we speak, everyday people like the ones I've mentioned and mentored are using AI to create hefty monthly paychecks for themselves by selling simple AI generated or AI enhanced digital products that businesses and consumers are desperately looking for. And because AI now handles 90% of the heavy lifting, the product creation, the design, the marketing, you no longer need expert level knowledge, 40 hours per week for free time, huge amounts of capital, fancy tech skills, or millions of followers. Are you with me so far? Make sure you do type yes in the chat if you are. And tonight, I'm going to show you exactly how to use beginner-friendly tech tools to do this from your laptop and the exact steps that made me a millionaire with it. But it wasn't always like this. I need to quickly explain how I even stumbled across this so it makes sense to you, and so you know my story and kind of where I came from if you're new here. So it all started back when I was about 14 years old. My mom and grandma escaped Lebanon with nothing. They moved to America or North America to give us a better life. And my mom worked 2 jobs to support us. And although she was working extremely hard, I still remember clipping coupons with her every week at the dinner table so we could afford groceries. Then one day, something happened that still makes me tear up, honestly, thinking about it. My mom came home from her second job while I was doing homework at the kitchen table, but instead of eating dinner with us like she normally would, she went straight to the bathroom to have a shower. And she didn't think we could hear her under the noise of the water, but I could hear her sobbing. And honestly, this completely broke my heart. I was still very young at the time, and it still really was devastating. And I never spoke to her about that night, but I made a decision in that moment that has shaped my entire life. I promised myself that I would get so rich that I would retire both my mom and my grandma, and I truly meant it too. But here is what nobody tells you when you're young and making big promises. Life has a way of crushing those dreams. Fast forward, a few years later, I had dropped out of college and I was working at TD Bank. I was working a 9 to 5 corporate job. And the worst part about working here, I kept thinking about the promise I made to my mom and how I was going to get rich and retire her. But there I was, stuck behind a desk, watching the clock, dreading every shift, waiting for it to end. And I couldn't unsee the reality for most people. I had no time freedom, no location freedom. I was trapped with no control over my life, and everyone around me looked exactly the same. They were drained. They were also complaining. They were gossiping about their coworkers, talking about how they couldn't wait for the weekend. And I honestly thought about it. I was like, is this really what the next 40 years of my life is going to look like? And that's when it really hit me. The traditional path everyone told me to follow, go to school, get a job, climb the ladder. It was honestly not going to work for me, and I couldn't unsee it. So I thought about, how I was like missing time with my family because I had to like go to school. I was drowning, thinking about how people also basically were drowning in student loan debt. I was also thinking about how, people had to choose their bills over experiences. And still, they were decades away from retirement, doing all that extra work. And that just wasn't the life that I wanted for myself. And I thought, this isn't fair. And I had this decision in front of me now. I had to basically figure out what I was going to do next. I knew that if I never did anything out of the ordinary, the circumstances would never change for me or my future family. And if I just worked a normal job forever, I'd never be able to give my mom the freedom that she deserved. So I began to do my research. I started looking up how to make money online, desperately trying to find something that could help me escape. I started buying courses, and I don't know if this was relatable to you, but I wasted a lot of time and, even worse, a lot of money. The first time I even tried dropshipping, I lost my savings of $5,000. And also that was on Facebook ads and courses. And I made 0 sales after my first 2 months, which of course was devastating. Then I came across this quote, which changed my perspective. It's not about how hard you row. It's about Which Boat You're In by Warren Buffett. So one of the first lessons I learned is that in order to live a life of freedom, you must choose the right opportunity vehicle to get there, which is, I guess, the right boat. So what is the best opportunity vehicle? Well, that depends on a few things. You see, everyone has a different starting point in business. For example, some people have a lot of money to start a business, a lot of time to start a business, a lot of maybe previous experience or skills, a lot of like technical skills that could help, or maybe they have a huge network and valuable connections. But if you're anything like I was, you probably don't have any of those things. And please type true in the chat if you can relate to this, because I know probably a lot of people can. So here are the 5 pillars I use to evaluate business models for regular people. So you want it to obviously require little to no startup cost. It doesn't require any fancy tech skills, relatively low time investment, speed to making money. Obviously, you want that to be not so take you like years. Doesn't require a team or valuable connections to start. Does this make sense? Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. So the problem with a lot of businesses, right, is they don't have that. So with drop shipping and like e-commerce, Amazon FBA, it actually requires you to spend hundreds or thousands upfront on ads and deal with physical inventory or customer service, and that's just not beginner friendly. Then we have, trading, whether that's stocks, crypto, forex. The problem with this is 99% of traders are unprofitable. With trading, if you make a profit, someone else has to lose in order for you to make that profit. And I don't want to compete with these billion-dollar financial institutions and hedge funds. So again, this is definitely not beginner friendly. Then we got real estate. You need massive capital upfront, way too slow to start making money, complex legal stuff that are different in every state or wherever you live. People with the right connections always have an advantage with real estate too. So definitely not beginner friendly. Then we have the agency model, AI agencies selling services to businesses. I don't want to deal with demanding clients myself who each become a different boss. Don't want to always be doing sales calls, doing outreach, and pitching myself. And it does require delivering thousands of dollars worth of value every single month to retain clients. So that's just not great. Then we have YouTube automation, which maybe some of you have tried. You need 4,000 hours of watch time to get monetized. Requires knowing how to create good videos that people actually want to watch. And you have to start outsourcing cheap contractors, meaning low quality work, more expenses, and dealing with unreliable team and members. So you see, none of those should actually have been marketed to beginners in the first place because they require too many things that most beginners simply do not have, whether that's, upfront capital, time, complicated skills, or connections. And then I realized something else. All the people selling courses on these other business models, they were really getting rich by selling digital products. So that obviously means that digital products is the best business model because it requires little to no startup cost, doesn't require any fancy tech skills, relatively low time investment to run, quickest way to start earning online, doesn't require a team or valuable connections to start either, and no inventory or shipping, no cost for you when you sell a digital product, nearly 100% profit margins, and you can reach anyone in the world and you can sell 10 to 10,000 with the same effort. So once I realized this, I started my content creation journey, and my first brand was Sara Finance. And my first digital product I sold was a $97 investing guide for beginners. And I was not an expert. I was literally just a beginner, just a few steps ahead of my audience. And I just want to share kind of what I learned. And that honestly worked out for me. I had literally no following as well when I started. And what the craziest part is, on launch day, when I did this back in 2020, as you can see, I had made $11,000 on the first day, which was absolutely insane. And after that, I realized I was never going back to a 9 to 5. I literally remember crying in my room because it was proof that I could actually change my life now. I could retire my mom. I can go all in on this and change my life. And, that is exactly what I did. So I actually did end up quitting my job at the bank and just went all in. And 1 year later, I had made my first $600,000 selling digital products, which is absolutely insane. So I retired my mom and she was finally at peace. I was financially free. I could travel the world and my life was designed by me. And so today, if we look back, it's now 2026 almost, I made over 3 million selling digital products. I built my dream home, retired my mom and grandma, I helped fund an orphanage in my home country. I own 4 properties and I have time and location freedom, and I've helped others do the same. And obviously I'm not sharing this to flex, but I just want to show you what's possible if you actually take a chance on yourself. And here's just some of my results I want to share with you guys over the past few years selling digital products. Just a few of my dashboards to show, that I do this, and I'm still doing this, of course, until this day. But how did I actually do it? So how did I know what digital product people want to buy? How to actually create the product, and how did I build the audience to sell it? Well, that's what I'm going to actually share with you in just a few minutes. But first, I just want to talk about some more students so you can kind of see what is possible. I had my student Nick. He made $25,000 in his first 3 months selling digital products, which is absolutely insane. And then we have Anthony. He started selling digital products and he started making $5,000 to $10,000 a month doing it. And honestly, he was super inspiring because I knew he didn't like his job and he was able to quit through digital products. Then I have Jada. She's one of my current students right now. Before working with me, she didn't have any sales at all. She actually had followers, but she had no sales and she didn't know what was wrong. But then she finally implemented my marketing strategy and started making daily sales. So none of these people got lucky. They just figured out one thing. If you can solve a small problem for a specific person, you can turn it into a profitable digital product. You're just simply helping someone do something faster, easier, or better. And it's never been simpler because of AI now. So I'm actually going to show you how you can do the same right now, step by step, using AI. So type 1 if you're finally ready to get into this and start building your product, or at least have a blueprint to start building it. Okay, and also please take notes because there won't be a replay unless you did upgrade to VIP. Okay, so overview of the 4-step process. So the first step is identifying a burning problem people actually want solved, and then how to turn the solution into a simple digital product, then how to build a quick sales funnel to host it, and then how to post on social media to get customers. So I'm going to show you how to do all of this, I guess, right now. So first thing we need to do is find a problem you can solve. So profitable digital products are the ones that solve a problem. You don't have to be an expert, just a few steps ahead of your audience. So try to ask yourself, maybe what are you experienced in? What have people, come to you for help? What do you maybe struggle with that you feel you could help others with? And for me, that was obviously finance and money. And so I actually started teaching people. When I first started out, I actually teach people how to start selling or how to start making money with investing, because that was kind of what I was doing at the moment. And again, I was not an expert. So yeah, some problems you can solve here, just as an example, right? Like you could help a content creator grow an audience if that's something you can do. You can help people with simple workouts or meal plans to help them lose weight, maybe tone up. You can help women heal from breakups or rebuild confidence. Just like a bunch of little things like this that can go a long way. And honestly, these problems here on screen, these are all evergreen problems that people will always want to make money with. Just because, if you can always make money with these, because people kind of need these things in their life, right? Like people need money, they need good health. So solving these problems are definitely profitable. So some problems make more money because people spend the most money on things that help them make more money, feel more confident or loved, and look or feel better physically. So definitely you will not go wrong with picking, I guess, something in this niche. And you can actually just use ChatGPT to find the problem you'll solve. It's actually super simple. Like everyone should be using ChatGPT. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to do on your own. And that's what I was talking about. We need to use AI to do everything. So this prompt right here, I will actually make sure you guys get every single prompt that I've used in this slideshow at the very end of the masterclass. So you'll be able to do this on your own time as well. So you'll get this prompt. Basically, all you need to do is put this prompt into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to give you a list of problems that you can solve. And they'll be really good problems because this prompt, I worked on it and I made sure that it was a good one. So here's how to pick the right problem. So obviously ChatGPT will give you a few options, but make sure you pick one that people actually care about. They would actually pay to fix, obviously you can't sell something where people wouldn't actually pay for, and also think about if you can explain or teach it easily. But I can actually even show you guys right now quickly what I did in ChatGPT, just so you can get an idea of, how this works. So let me just share my screen quickly here. Oops. Okay, so here basically I told ChatGPT, I put the prompt in, which is the same prompt that you guys will get at the end. And it literally gave me a bunch of ideas so I could look through and then just find the one that I feel like would work best for me, right? So yeah, let me just come back here. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's move on here. And again, as I said, you don't need to be an expert, literally just a few steps ahead of your audience. Don't feel like, you need to be 30 steps ahead and have made money or have had like significant results, people usually like to relate to the person they're learning from. So now you have to turn the solution into a simple digital product. And most beginners try to create something too big and too complicated. They spend weeks trying to make this huge course that no one actually buys because, they didn't actually focus on what matters. So as a beginner, you just want to create a simple digital product first, and once it's proven and you get sales, then you can start creating other products. So what even are, digital products? Well, we have things like courses, ebooks, audiobooks, like trackers, planners, workbooks, softwares, memberships, newsletters. You get the idea. Like digital products are anything that people could buy online and can be delivered in a digital format, basically. So you might already even buy digital products. These here, everything on screen, are examples, of digital products. So the easiest types of digital products to sell, in my opinion, are ebooks and mini guides. We also have templates and planners, mini courses or tutorials. But the one that I think you should create, and as a beginner especially, is a mini guide. And I'm actually going to show you how you can create this step by step. So I feel like this is the best just because it's easy to make, literally just a few pages in Canva. It builds your confidence fast. It positions you as an authority, and it can make your first sales ASAP. And I think it's the perfect starting point. And as I said, you can literally make it in like 5 minutes, which I'll show you how to do with AI. And what even is like a mini guide? It's basically just a short step-by-step solution to one simple problem. Just think like, a simple meal plan for busy women who want to feel energized, maybe a morning routine guide to boost confidence and focus, a beginner's guide to glowing skin without spending hundreds. So it's usually just like 10 to 15 pages. It's short, simple, actionable, and valuable. And it gives someone a quick win, and it gives you a product you can start selling literally in the next day. So you don't have to wait months. So while we're starting here, obviously I could have taught you how to build this huge course, but the goal isn't, perfection, it's momentum. Once you see how easy it is to create this mini guide, you'll soon realize you can make many other different types of products that are bigger and obviously you can charge more for them. So this is just like your foundation. It's the first step to building real digital product income. And the digital product ladder is pretty simple. You start with the mini guide, right? But then in order to scale, you eventually create a mini course. You can even create a signature offer that you can price at like $200 to $600. You can even create a 1K offer if you want. So you can kind of see it's like a ladder that goes up, which is pretty cool. But don't worry about this. You're only creating the mini guide for now. So I actually want to show you how you can literally create your digital product from scratch with ChatGPT and Canva AI. Obviously, ChatGPT is free. Canva also has a free version as well, so that's pretty cool. So I'm actually going to quickly share my screen with you to show you how you can do this in literally like 5 minutes. So let me do that 1 second here. Sorry, this is like crazy here. Okay. Basically, there's a prompt that you need to use, which again, you're going to get all my prompts at the end of the presentation. So don't worry about it. Like you don't have to copy it now. You'll get it at the end. So this prompt here, I kind of crafted myself and I use it to create digital products. So using this prompt and like inserting your own niche, ChatGPT will basically give you this outline that you literally need. That's all you need to create your digital product. So yeah, you insert it. It gives you this entire thing here, which is awesome. And then once you get this, basically what you need to do is just copy it. And you can go ahead and just put it on like, a Google Docs page or something like I did here. And then once you put it in the Google Docs, I guess you can download it as a PDF file, which I'm going to do that right now with you quickly. And then, yeah, once it's downloaded, then you can come to Canva, which I know a lot of you probably don't have Canva right now, which is fine. You can always create Canva account whenever. It's free again. Like I said, there's a free plan. So there's something called Canva AI, which is kind of new. I mean, like it's something that I started using that literally makes digital products in minutes. So if you come to the homepage, you click on Canva AI, you can just say, hey, and it will start a chat with Canva AI. And you'll see in the next 5 minutes, we can literally have a product ready to go and sell. So it's awesome. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually attach my PDF file just like this that we just created. And I have one of the prompts here that I'm going to use. So again, you're going to get access to this, so don't worry about it. But this is basically the AI prompt that I'm going to use to, I guess, create the digital product with Canva. So I'm going to say, please help me design a 15-page slideshow with this information. Just send that off to Canva, and it's going to take like a minute or so to like process the information and then create the product. But That's like standard. It does take usually some time to make. But yeah, basically once it gets this, it starts designing for you, and then it makes the product for you in like 15 minutes. And while we wait, I can even show you a product that one of my students made, which looked really good. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, so my student made this with Canva AI. Like literally, she started selling it for I think $27. It looks really good. Like it's perfect. You know what I mean? It's not. She literally created it in like 5 minutes. So usually something like this could take a lot longer, but with Canva AI, it does it in like minutes for you, and you don't have to waste your time. So here, it just tells you what kind of design you want. I'm gonna say digital, and then it's gonna start creating it for me. But yeah, back to my student's presentation. So yeah, it looks good, and I feel like it's pretty unique as well. I've never really seen anything like this before, and so Canva literally makes this for you, and you can obviously like design it as well. You can like change things. You can maybe add some text, add some photos if you want. But I feel like Canva AI does a pretty good job too with their designs. But yeah, I'm still waiting for it to make. Sometimes it takes some time. So yeah, it's taking its time here, but yeah, so as you can see, it's going to start pretty much outlining your product, which as you can see, it's doing that for me right now. And once it's done, it'll literally create it for you. So, and the crazy part is, yeah, you just generate design now. And the crazy part is like, you could start selling it tomorrow, right? Like it doesn't have to take you months. Like I know when I started selling digital products in the beginning, it literally took me a while to make my first product because I didn't have like Canva AI. I had to do everything by my hand. I had to figure out everything myself. But now with AI, it's like super simple. So yeah, now it's designing some different options here for us, which is awesome. So let's wait till it loads, and then I can show you the result, which I'm super excited for. I just had a student who literally made one, and like they made it in like less than a day. But I've heard other people say it took them months to make. So obviously, don't be the person who spends months. Literally, just use Canva AI here and get your product done like within a day or so. Okay, hopefully this loads. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it made me a few different designs here, which is awesome. And they made it all over like 15 pages long. So I can just click on the one I like. I'm just going to go with this one here. And then you just click use Canva editor like that. Okay, perfect. So this is the design. Like it's literally made the product for you in a second. And as you can see, it actually looks really good and gave you like it pretty much gave you everything you need. And you can sell this product for around $27. Again, it's like a starting product, right? It's not the type of product you sell for over 100, but we will talk about those ones later on too. And obviously feel free to like play around with it and like make changes. I feel like, Canva AI does a good job, but if you want to just like maybe make it look a little better, maybe add a few slides, change up the text, you definitely can. But if you like what it's created for you, then you're fine and you can sell this for $27. You can put your name in here as well. And once you're done, it's really simple. You literally just click on share, and then you can just download this as a PDF standard, and then that's it. You click download, you have the digital product ready to sell. Obviously, you can take an hour or so if you want to customize it again, but once it's done, you have a product ready to sell for $27 that can make you money on autopilot. So that's pretty cool. So as you can see, creating your product is honestly the simple part, in my opinion. You don't need to spend too long. Like you can spend 2 days creating your product. That's it. You want to spend more time on actually, marketing and stuff. So don't get too caught up with the product. So this is pretty cool. I'm really happy about this product, and I hope that you guys create, a bunch of cool products with Canva AI. So I'm going to come back here to the screen and come back to the presentation. So yeah, you saw how easy it is now to create the product. So let's move on to the next step, which is once you finish your product, we've already, I guess, done this with ChatGPT. Yeah, we've already done this. Okay, so as I was saying, right, you could sell it for $27, which is honestly pretty good for a beginner, right? But then what people don't know is that mini guide that you sell for $27 is just a starting point. So you can also eventually create something for $97, which could just be like a longer version of that one. You can even create something for like $200 to $600. This could be like your main offer. You could even create something for over $1,000. And the cool thing is when someone buys your $27 product, you can later sell them, let's say your $97 one. You can even sell them another one afterwards. So this isn't just one sale, it's a foot in the door. So you're not, obviously just focusing on $27. You're building a customer journey that can grow into a full-time income. This is what many of my students do. They start with the cheap product, and then when someone buys it, they try to sell them on the more expensive one. So it's a great strategy. Okay, so now comes the next part, which is like building your quick website. And this isn't really a website. It's called Stand Store. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's awesome. It literally takes like 5 minutes to build, thanks to how easy the platform is. And I have like 90-year-olds using this. I'm not even joking, because Stand Store is so easy. You don't need to be tech savvy. So it's literally just like a website where you can sell your digital product. And I want to show you literally how you can do that. Because now let's say you had your digital product and you had it downloaded. Obviously, the next step is to start selling it, right? So I'm going to share my screen here again to show you how easy it is to sell with Stand Store. So here we are. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Stand Store here. As you can see, this is just how mine looks. So when you create a Stand Store, which you can, I guess, create on your own time, you literally just click on My Store like this, and then you just click here on Add Product, and then you search for where it says Digital Product, which is right there, which is obviously what you're selling. And then all you need to do is like a few simple steps. You just add a title for your product to whatever that is that you're selling. And then you would just click next. And then you can go ahead and add a description here, which in that document, I have like a bunch of AI prompts. You can use AI to help you also make the description, of course, for your product. And then all you have to do is price it. I would price it at $27, like I told you. And then you just upload the product right here. So I'll just upload like an example product that I have, I guess, or the one that I had from Canva. I could have uploaded it here, of course. Then you just click publish, and that's it. Like, it's really that easy. So once it's published, now you can start selling it. Like, it's so crazy how that took me like less than a minute to do. Like with Shopify or other websites, it probably would have took like a few days. Even like I've seen people, it takes them a month sometimes. So yeah, let me show you how this would like, I guess, look like my store. This here where it says Stand Store / Sara Finance, that's like my store. So if I click on it, you can see all my different products. And this is the one that we just made right here for 27. So if I click on it, basically you could buy it here, right? But obviously I didn't like add a description and stuff, but you would add that description using the AI prompt that is in the Google Docs that you'll get at the end of this class. But yeah, it's really that simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. I feel like a lot of the time people like to overcomplicate it. They tell you to build this like crazy fancy website, but there's really no need to do that when you can just use Stand Store and set it up in like under an hour. So yeah, I love Stand Store, and I definitely think you guys should use it to sell your digital product. So yeah, you could get your everything set up in like a day pretty much, and then you could just focus on marketing, which we're going to talk about right now. So let's come back to the slides. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying this so far, please let me know in the chat. Let me know if you feel like this has been helpful. Obviously I'm kind of going a little fast because it's like we kind of have to get through it, but let me know. But obviously at the end, you'll get all the resources so that you can actually build this on your own too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let me know in the chat what you guys think so far. But yeah, we will proceed. So let's say you have your product ready. You set it up on Stand Store. Okay, that's the hard part, I guess, is like kind of done. So now that's the next step here is actually using social media to get customers. And I feel like this is the part where people usually kind of struggle because they're not really sure what to do and where to post and stuff. So I'll tell you why they usually fail at this part, though. It's because they're not following a proven system. Maybe they're watching YouTubers who give the wrong information. They might think they need some like big audience. They think they need to go viral to make money. Maybe they target the wrong person, and they aren't solving a specific problem for a specific person. So how do you actually succeed? Well, you actually have to create content for a specific type of person and help solve their problems. This way, they'll purchase your digital product as it's the solution to their problem. It's really that simple. And there is a follower myth here, and I want to talk to you guys about it. A lot of people think that you need millions of followers to make money, but I actually think having less followers is better, and I'm going to tell you why. So someone with 500 followers, they're not chasing random views or trying to go viral. They're focused on helping a specific audience solve a specific problem. Their content speaks directly to what their audience needs. So when you consistently help people solve problems, they naturally start buying from you. And obviously 500 followers doesn't seem like a lot, but when they're all interested in what you're selling, they actually all become potential customers. So 500 people could become your customer, basically. But then someone with, let's say, 500,000 followers, they're creating content for everyone, like maybe funny skits and stuff like that. And that obviously doesn't solve any problems. And so they might get millions of views, but no one actually buys anything from them, And I apologize. I think it started lagging a little bit, but I think we're back now. I apologize about that. But yeah, let me know if you guys can all hear me. So here's like an example. Let's say someone is like a real estate coach and they only have 2,000 followers, but they're teaching people basically how they can help them, make money with real estate investing, right? That person would basically have a bunch of people who are actually interested in buy their digital product. Whereas, let's say someone has 1 million followers and they're just like, again, posting funny skits. No one's going to buy their digital product because it doesn't actually help them solve any problem. So what matters isn't how many people follow you, it's how many people actually care about your content and find it valuable. And I just want to say something to myself. I have found that people with under 1,000 followers are making a lot more than the people I've seen with like 200,000 followers, again, because of the fact that they're solving problems. So people who have a problem are already searching for a solution. So you don't need to chase trends or try to convince people to buy. The people who need what you teach are already searching for it right now on Google, maybe they're on Pinterest as well. They're saying, how do I make money online? How can I glow up? How do I lose weight? What's the best side hustle for beginners? These people already have a desire to fix their problem. And if your content shows up when they're searching, you instantly become the answer they were looking for, and they may buy your product as well. So I want you to start thinking like a marketer, not an influencer. Think about, don't think about how I can get more views today. Think, how can I help more people solve their problems today? That's the difference between someone who's chasing numbers and someone who's actually building income. So again, the goal is you don't need more followers, you need more people to help. Basically, the more problems you solve, the more money you make. And here's one thing I want to mention as well about Pinterest. So remember how I talked about, how people are searching for solutions to their problems? Well, Pinterest is the number one place they go to do that. Pinterest literally is a place where people go to search for answers and solutions. So in this masterclass, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Pinterest to take advantage of that and how to show up in those searches and get discovered by the right audience and turn that free traffic into sales, of course. And here's like an example. Obviously, this YouTuber here only has 286 subscribers, and he still makes 6 figures a year, basically selling digital products because he solves a very specific problem. He helps people land their dream job in 60 days. So that's pretty cool. Also, my student Jada here, I want to give you her as an example. So before, she was making content for the masses. She was trying to go viral and she wasn't getting any sales. Then I told her to start trying to solve specific problems for her audience, which is trying to help people get closer to her faith, to their faith. And right after she made that switch, she started making sales every single day. And it's pretty awesome seeing the transformation there. So again, she told me she actually wanted to create a new account and start from zero so that she could actually just target people who are interested in her content because, again, followers really don't matter anymore. So how to start posting and growing on Threads. So Threads is actually my favorite platform right now because it's honestly one of the simplest and easiest platforms for beginners, especially if you want to, get views and get your ideal audience. So I kind of want to pretty much talk to you about how you can get your account set up, how you can get your first thread posted, and basically the weekly Threads content system that you can use, which is AI generated, and a clear idea of what to post daily. So why Threads? Well, it's a new platform. Think TikTok back in 2020. It's pretty easy to go viral here. And I guess, again, going viral isn't really the goal. It's just getting people to actually want to buy from you. And I see small creators on Threads making thousands of dollars a day just on this platform alone. Like they're not even on any other platform. And if you're consistent, this can be a really good income stream for you. In the past month, actually, on my Threads account, I've gained over 20,000 followers. And I've got over 6 million views on my content. So if you actually go look at my Threads account, I almost have 100,000 followers, which is insane. And I've been posting for a year, I think. Yeah, a year. So usually on Threads, people like, relatable posts, nothing polished, like something that you just literally make in a minute or so. You can use like trending discussions and basically just like anything that you feel like people would engage with. But I'll talk more about that in a minute. And unlike Instagram, Threads actually boosts new creators. So I've seen people go from 0 to 1,000 followers in just a week. So obviously there's a lot of viral potential here because the feed isn't just based on following. It actually pushes your content to new people. And again, it's really easy to go viral because it's a new platform, just like how TikTok was back in 2020. And again, I'm going to give you a little case study on me when I started. So I gained 30,000 followers in just 90 days on Threads. I got over 6 million views in the last 30 days. I got tons of new customers. I followed a very simple strategy, which I'll be teaching you. And again, I started with less than 1,000 followers on Threads and I posted every day for a year until now. I'm at 97,000 followers. So first thing with threads, you just have to optimize your profile. So like just add like a profile picture, of course, username, bio, make sure you share what you kind of do, and then drive traffic to like your stand store. Obviously, you can put that in your bio. And I want to show you how you can make your threads content for the next 7 days using this AI prompt that I made. So my custom ChatGPT prompt, which literally creates fresh content for you each week on threads. And this is actually based on what goes viral because I've used the same prompt to help myself grow to over 97,000 followers. And you can get it for free, which is pretty cool. And I will ensure you get the AI prompts at the end of the webinar, of course, because it's pretty long. So obviously you can't copy it right now. And this prompt can make you 5 threads every single day for a week. And you can keep on reusing this prompt every week to get new content, which is pretty easy. Like you literally don't have to do much. As you can see, AI does all the heavy lifting. So let me show you right now how you can, I guess, make your threads and then post them. So I believe, let me come back here. Yeah, I'm going to start sharing my screen with you here so you can see. Okay, so this is like, okay, it looks pretty overwhelming here, but like this is the prompt that I generated. I use this myself right now. So if you input this exact prompt into ChatGPT, which you're going to get this prompt at the end, so don't worry, it will literally give you a week worth of threads content that you can post. So like literally like all the work is done for you. You just have to copy and paste this into threads and you're done. And every day you get 5 posts. And that's like enough, in my opinion, for threads. You don't need more than 5. And then every single week, you can literally put this prompt back into ChatGPT and it's going to make you new content again because I designed it that way so that it keeps making new content every week. So just by using this, you can start growing on threads, which is really cool. And I definitely think you guys need to use this. So yeah, I'll give you an example here of how I would post this. I'll just like take a random one. Like I could take this one here. I'll just copy it and I'll show you how I'm going to post it right now on threads really quickly. So let's just do that. Just have to log into my Threads account quickly here and show you. Threads is like the easiest platform to use. If you ever used like Twitter before, you know it's pretty easy. So literally what you do on Threads is, you just click like post right here on your home like page. You just paste the thread that you got from ChatGPT, and then you can literally just click post, and that's it. Like it's really that easy. Like it's the easiest platform I've ever used before. That's why I love it too. And I've been promoting my, I guess, free class here on Threads, and it's been doing well. As you can see, my Threads is popping, and I have over 97,000 followers. And I've helped my students also gain thousands of followers too. So just using this strategy, you will be able to grow on Threads and hopefully start making sales as soon as possible. So I'm going to come back here and so yeah, I just wanted to let you know how easy that was, of course. And again, you're going to get all my AI prompts and everything at the end so that you can use it for your own business and obviously start making money. And again, it's going to make all your content weekly. But if you want to also make content in a different way, instead of using my prompt, here's what I would recommend. So you can remake viral threads. So you can find like people in your niche basically posting content. You can like follow a bunch of people in your niche, see what they're maybe posting that went viral. And then you can ask ChatGPT to remake it for you. So you can literally screenshot it and then put it in ChatGPT and say, hey, can you remake this content for me? And it should do that for you. Also, what else you could do if you want is literally copy, like not copy, but obviously remake threads that you've seen that you like and you think could do well for your audience. So obviously doing what works usually is a good strategy. Another way you can grow fast on threads is, again, you start following a bunch of people in your niche and spend 30 minutes a day just replying to big and small creators. And don't just like say facts or agree. Add some depth to your reply. You can say something like your experiences or maybe something you've learned in the past about what they're talking about. And that can actually really help you get more eyeballs on your content because Threads is like a social platform. People like when you interact with others and they'll follow you from, I guess, interacting with their content. So that's another way to grow as well. And how to turn, views into sales. So let's say you're posting like 5 times a day on Threads. On 30% of your Threads posts, you should try to promote your digital product. So this is like an example here. You can basically, whenever you post a thread, you can also like post another thread under it, basically, and then add like a link to your stand store or like your digital product and tell people you want to learn more, check out my guide here, and then it'll be a link to your stand store. But again, only like 30% of your posts, I guess, need to be like that. So just a quick, I guess, Threads recap. Post 5 times daily using ChatGPT with the prompt that I'm going to give you at the end. Follow others in your niche and engage with their content for 30 minutes a day. Remake content that is already going viral with the help of ChatGPT. And leave a comment on 30% of your thread posts, which promote your digital product. So with time, you will get better. You'll see what's working best on your account, and then you can start to double down on whatever's working. And again, every single person I talk to loves threads. It's so easy to use. It's like almost like a gold mine that most people haven't really figured out yet. So do not sleep on threads. Now, I want to actually talk to you guys about Pinterest, because Pinterest is another platform that is just like Threads. It's like a quiet platform that no one talks about, but it's like a great one to use to get sales on autopilot. So Pinterest is actually a search engine, not a social media feed. So people come here looking for solutions. So we'll use AI to create solution-based Pinterest posts that rank high in search, get clicks, and send traffic straight to your digital products. So you'll leave knowing how to, create a Pinterest business account, generate posts created in Canva AI plus ChatGPT, create a simple posting schedule for each week, and then get traffic to your product so that you can start making money. So why Pinterest? Well, you can be 100% faceless. You never have to show your face if you don't want to. Also, AI literally creates all the content for you in minutes. And unlike TikTok and Instagram, your posts live forever. So you could post something today and it will still get you views a year from today, which is pretty cool. And people, again, they use it to plan, shop. So that means that they'll actually come and look for products. And so if your product comes up on their feed, they might buy it. And so it's a great way to get traffic and sales as well. And here's like a little case study. I know this lady here who's posting on Pinterest. She's doing really well for herself, making over $15,000 a month. And she's very consistent. And she's just helping moms thrive on a budget. She shares practical tips for, frugal living, budgeting, and just side hustles. And, she's been doing it for over a year now, but obviously there's no reason that you can't eventually get to this level. Of course, it takes time and consistency, but I can quickly show you guys her page as well. Let me share my screen with you. So I believe this is her. Yeah. So by the way, all her content, she's making all of this with AI, because AI can actually create all of these posts for you in minutes. It's pretty cool. Like when I first started on Pinterest, I had to make everything by hand, but now AI does all the heavy lifting. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to come back here and show you what I mean. So the first thing you just need to do to get started is just create your Pinterest business account. Just make sure it's a business account because you need to post content there. And you can just add a profile picture. Could be any picture, you or like a view, whatever you want. Add your username and bio, and then just make sure you always add your Stand Store link, which has your digital product in your bio as well. So let me show you how you can actually use ChatGPT to literally make Pinterest posts in minutes. It's literally crazy. Like I used to spend hours creating them, and now I use AI to make all of them for me. So I'm going to share my screen with you again to show you how you can do this. So I believe this is it right here. Okay, so here, this is the Threads one, oops. So here is the AI prompt that I use to generate weekly Pinterest posts. So this prompt, which again, you're going to get this at the end, so don't worry, you'll be able to use this yourself for your business. This creates content for you every single week, fresh content. It creates for you basically 2 Pinterest posts every week. So if you use this, you'll literally have 14 posts for the next week ready to go. And then you can keep using this prompt over and over again every week to get new content. And I use this myself, so it works really well. I've tested a lot of different things. This is the only thing I find that works for me. So I literally said, can you please create for me a week's worth of content? So it mapped out all the content here. As you can see, day 1, day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I said, okay, can you please create Pinterest pin 1 from day 1 for me so I can post it? I just said, make it look pretty. And you'll see this, don't worry, in obviously the prompts at the end, you'll get this. So I just told it to basically make me this first post up here. The day 1, I told it just make me it. So I'll show you what it made for me. It literally made me this right here. This looks really good. Like this is perfect for Pinterest. This would have probably taken me at least 30 minutes to make because I had to use Canva and like play around with it. But now with AI, it literally makes it for you in like a second. Like not a second, obviously like a minute, but you get what I mean. It's like so easy now. So what you need to do once it makes it for you is you can just download it. So I'm going to download mine quickly. You can also ask it to just keep on making the other ones too. So I told it as well to make me Pinterest pin day 2, or sorry, from day 1, but the second one. And then it made me this one as well, which looks really good as well. Obviously, you can tell ChatGPT to like change up the colors if you want, or like you want it to look a little different. It can like play around with it for you too. But yeah, the point is you can literally create your Pinterest posts in like a second. And that's like, I think, the most important thing. You don't have to spend hours creating content anymore. It's just all quick and easy. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is basically show you how we can actually upload this to Pinterest in like a second. So I'm gonna come here to my Pinterest account. As you can see, here's my Pinterest. And once you have your Pinterest open, it's really easy to post. So you literally just click up here, and then you just have to click on create pin, because it's called like a pin. And then it's going to ask you here to just upload your photo, which we literally just downloaded here. I'm going to upload it. It's going to ask for the title and description and all this. And you're like, oh, like, what do I put there? Well, the prompt that I put into ChatGPT actually makes that for you. So as you can see, it makes the title for you right here. It makes a description as well. It even gives you the keywords to insert. And this is all based on what works and what will get your Pinterest like pin to actually go viral and get you views. So yeah, you can, again, just copy this, whatever ChatGPT gives you, and then you can like post it in like under a minute, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna just do that so I can like kind of show you. And then for link, you just put your, obviously your Stan Store link that you, like your store. You can do that, or like put a link, I guess, for your product as well. It's kind of up to you. But yeah, let me come back here and put my link. And then you can pick a board. You can create like a new board for like each topic. So if this is about digital products, you can create a board about digital products. And then I just put in affiliate marketing for now. And then you can basically add the tags that ChatGPT also provided here. So here it is. I can literally just copy all of this. It's just like a copy and paste type of thing. You know, it's really easy. And then just add it all there. And then once you're happy, it looks all good. You literally just click publish like that. And now it has published for me my post, as you can see. And now it will start getting views. And of course, the best part is everything that ChatGPT gave is going to help make sure that this actually ranks in search so that you can get views on this. So yeah, it's pretty simple. You can post twice a day on Pinterest using that prompt that I'm going to give you guys at the end, and then be consistent for at least a month, and you should start seeing results. So I'm going to come back here and go back to the slides. So yeah, let's see what else we have here for Pinterest. So I will tell you one thing about Pinterest too is it's one of the platforms where being on here long term will reward you. So if you keep posting every day twice, you will reap the rewards eventually. And I think that out of any platform, you will like Pinterest the best because it literally takes like 10 minutes to post every day, and you will see the result because of AI, obviously. Without AI, it would probably take you like an hour or two, but with AI, it's like 10 minutes. So you might as well do it. So here's some tips that I would give you to grow fast. So 2 posts a day, that's enough. Monitor analytics in Pinterest. There's like an analytics section that you can check out. You can just see what content is getting the most views, maybe double down on that type of content. Again, just be patient, be consistent. I had a student, she spent like 3 to 6 months posting on Pinterest. And after doing that, like it became like her main income stream. Like she literally only posts on Pinterest to make income. Takes her like less than 30 minutes a day to do it. So it definitely pays off if you're consistent. And I don't recommend posting like more than like 5 times a day. I think that twice a day is enough. But if you just really want to like post a little more, then 5 times would be the max. Another tip is to look at creators in your niche and see what content they're posting. You can get ideas for them too. You can see if you like their content and if you want to remake it as well. So here's how to recreate viral Pinterest pins. So look at creators in your niche, and you can pretty much, I'll show you what you can do. You can like, let's say this is like someone in my niche. I could like look at their post, and then I could just download it to my computer, and then I can upload it to ChatGPT. I don't think I'm sharing my screen. Oops, sorry about that. Let me share my screen. So basically what I was saying is I could, let's say this is like a creator. I could pretty much download their post, like click on and download it, and then I can upload it to ChatGPT and say, hey, can you remake this for me? But like make it original for my Pinterest account. And it'll just make you a post that you can literally post immediately. And that's another way to get ideas as well if you don't want to use like my AI prompt, basically. But yeah, let me come back here. So yeah, that's Pinterest for you. So little recap, literally use AI prompt to make Pinterest content every week. Create your Pinterest post pins in ChatGPT like I just showed you with my prompt. Link Stan Store to the posts. Remake your competitors' posts if you want. Only post twice a day, that's enough. And then just monitor analytics. And that's all you need to do for Pinterest. And you will start seeing results with time. So far today, right, I want to just share with you what you've learned and I guess what's missing. So in this workshop, or not workshop, it's a masterclass, you've learned how to create your first $27 digital product. As you've seen, it was pretty simple. You set up your stand store. You pretty much like learned how to do that. I guess you can go do that on your own now. We learned how to market using Threads and Pinterest, which again are my two favorite platforms for beginners because of how easy they are. So you built a foundation that most people never do. But what we've done so far, that's obviously just the first chapter of your business. Next, let's briefly go over ways you can scale, and then I'll share a resource to help you get there. So how to scale, which is called the digital product ladder. So in order to scale, you eventually need to create another digital product, which is like a mini course. You could sell this for, let's say, $97. You can also create something for, let's say, $200 to $600. I know that sounds like a lot, but you can get to that level eventually. And this could be like your main revenue driver where the real profit is. And then you can even create something for $1,000. It's obviously optional. This could be like coaching, mentorship, or a done-for-you service that pretty much helps you scale your income massively. And another thing we didn't talk about yet is email marketing. This is how to sell 24/7. So if you're not doing email marketing, you don't really have a business, because email marketing is where maybe 50% of your sales come from, not your social media posts. And here's why. Because with your email list, you can actually reach your audience. This is an audience that you own. You're not competing with the algorithm or reach. You can send one email out and you can make sales. And a lot of people who joined joined this event actually joined from my email, right? You got an email from me and you joined. So as you can tell, it's pretty necessary. So once you set it up, it actually runs on autopilot. You can wake up to sales every morning just from your email. A lot of people miss this, but it's very important. Then the upselling funnel. So another key system you must build is this, because most creators make one sale and stop there, but the real money is made by selling again to the same person. This is how one $27 customer turns into a $300 buyer without you doing any extra work. So one funnel, but multiple income streams from the same buyer. And of course, you have to market, I guess, on like all social media platforms. So of course, Pinterest and Threads are amazing, but they're only one small piece of the puzzle when it comes to actually making money. Real income comes from having a full content ecosystem that works together. Pinterest and Threads bring people in. Instagram and TikTok build connection and trust. And then YouTube builds long-term authority. So your email list also gives you ownership of your audience, and then your digital products or coaching offers turn all that attention into profit. So let's say you were to only focus on, I guess, Threads and Pinterest, you'd just be missing, obviously, a huge piece of the pie. And again, another thing I need to share with you is the AI content creation automation. So of course, as you've seen so far, AI is one of the biggest tools that's transforming online businesses right now. By using AI, you can literally get everything done in less than an hour. Like if you're someone who's busy, using AI is essential, because it used to take days to create content. But with AI now, you can literally, create content in like an hour or so. But it's just, you need to actually figure out what tools to use and how to use it to save time, right? Not everyone knows how to do that. So AI can like respond to leads through things like ManyChat, which you maybe don't even know about. You can deliver digital products instantly with AI. You can track sales. You can follow up with buyers. And in other words, AI turns your business into a self-running system that continues to make money even when you're not online. And listen, I get it. I just shared with you so much information and you're probably feeling so overwhelmed. So I'm sorry about that, but there's just so much stuff to cover, right? And I've only covered like a little piece of it. But basically, everything you've just learned now, super valuable information. And, you can obviously go and implement all of that. But obviously, there's more that you can do too as well, right? So knowing what you know now, do you feel like it's possible to create a winning digital product with AI? Do you think you can create content that resonates with people using AI? Do you think you can stick with it long enough to find a winner? I want to know if you feel like you've gained value. So please tell me in the chat, type yes. Let me know. I'd love to kind of see what you guys are all thinking. That would mean a lot to me. But yeah, as you can see, and obviously you're going to get that resource at the end, which will help you generate all the content with AI. So I want to ask you a question as well. If we parted ways right now, do you think tonight was worth your time? The truth is, statistically speaking, most people on this call right now will not do anything with the information, which makes me sad, because check out what's possible when you do apply this information. So here's one of my students. Her name is Yasmin. She's actually going viral on TikTok. She likes TikTok a lot, but she also uses Threads and Pinterest. I want to actually show you her page right now, kind of like show you what she's doing. So let me share my screen with you. So I believe her TikTok is right here. So yeah, as you can see, she grew to over 30,000 followers, and she started at 0. And she's getting sales, daily, which is amazing. So here's her product. So she created this $47 product, as you can see, which is selling well for her. But she didn't stop here. When someone buys this, she also tries to sell them on her other expensive product, which she's not actually promoting here. So she wants people to first join this, and then she tries to sell them on the more expensive one. She also has like this little one that's like $2. It's just to get people in the door. And then she also has like a here where you can book a call with her as well. So she's doing very well for herself. And you can check out her page after if you need like a little example. As someone, she started as a complete beginner too, right? So you can definitely learn from her. But yeah, let me come back here and stop sharing my screen. Yeah, so her niche is like manifestation, mindset, stuff like that. And she's also just started recently posting on Threads, which is pretty cool. I have another one of my students, a lot of you probably would resonate with. Her name's Carol. So she's completely faceless. She doesn't want to show her face, and I'm sure a lot of you don't want to do that. So she recently grew her account to over 10,000 followers, and that was under 4 months, which is pretty cool. She's on Instagram and Threads mainly. I'll show you her accounts in a second. So basically, she just creates content about like digital marketing, which a lot of you may already know about. It's like making money online, digital products, right? And she's a stay-at-home mom, and she actually does this full time now. So she no longer works her 9 to 5, and she loves what she does, and it makes me really happy to hear that. So I'm going to show you her page really quick so you can kind of get a little idea. So here's her Threads account. She has 800 followers here. She didn't start too long ago either. And she's doing really well, posting daily, getting sales from here. And then her Instagram account is here. So she has over 10,000 followers. This is getting her a lot of sales as well. And the good thing is she's completely faceless. So I know a lot of you probably don't want to be on camera, which is fine. So you can be faceless. It does work as long as you pick the right niche, of course. So yeah, this is someone you could definitely take an example from if you like. So yeah, let me just exit out here and come back to you guys here. Oops, sorry. Okay, so now I want to show you one more student here. Her name is Sara, Sara Miller. So she actually started working with me literally less than a month ago, which is crazy. And in her first week of working with me, she actually got her first 2 sales, which is insane, like in her first week. So she started her product up in like probably a day. She set up her stand store in like a day, and then she started marketing. And then in that week, she got her first 2 sales. And now she's making sales consistently. And she actually has over 4,000 followers on Threads because, like I told you guys, it's kind of easy to go viral on Threads because the algorithm's like pushing new people. So it's like a really big opportunity right now. Basically, anyone who starts posting on Threads right now consistently, following a proven strategy, will eventually get sales and will go viral. Like it's really just as long as you're consistent. So if you don't take advantage of Threads right now, like that would be a big loss because it really is the biggest opportunity that I have personally seen. But let me show you her account quickly so you can just get an idea. I love to show you guys examples so you know kind of what others are doing. So here's her account. She has 4,000 followers here, and she is selling her. So what she does, she's like a hairstylist, and she helps others make money doing that. So her niche is very like specific, right? It's not something you might not hear about. So it worked out for her though, and it's doing really well. So as you know, like your niche can really be anything that helps people solve a problem, and she's doing very well. So I'm really proud of her. And she has a viral post here that, again, like she literally just started her Threads account like probably a week or 2 ago. And so she's doing really well. And over 4,000 followers is absolutely crazy in like a week or 2. So yeah, definitely get on Threads if you're not already posting because you do not want to miss out on that. Okay, so also, of course, those aren't the only people making money. Of course, I have a bunch of other students doing really well and posting content and making sales. It's really good to see. I love to see people use my teachings and make money. Now, look, everything you just learned tonight, you could totally go out and do it right now, of course. But just like anything else, starting something new will always come with a learning curve. So when you try to implement this on your own, you're going to make mistakes. You might run into technical challenges, hit roadblocks you've never encountered before, because that's just the reality of doing something for the first time. Let's take cooking, for example. Now, you can probably throw together a dinner without even thinking about it now, but think about when you first tried to cook or bake something without a recipe. How much of this ingredient, what temperature, how long do I have to leave this in for? Is this supposed to look like this? how do I know when it's actually done? Did I already add the salt? So think about kind of like how hard it can be to start something in the beginning. But one thing I want to mention as well, if you're inexperienced, it probably did come out burnt or undercooked, right? And that's fine. That's just kind of how it is when you, I guess, first start anything. All right. So not because obviously you were incapable or like bad at cooking, but because you just never done it before, right? And that's just the reality. But building a digital product business is obviously no different than what I just shared with you. So here's are just some specific challenges I find that like a lot of students have had issues with. So they always wonder, how do I actually know people will buy before I create it? What if I do get sales, but people start asking for refunds? How should I price my digital product? What if everything looks perfect, but nobody's buying? How do I diagnose what's wrong with what I'm doing? What if I'm posting consistently but not getting engagement? Should I change niches entirely or try changing my hooks first? So, sure, you can go there with everything I've given you and figure it out on your own. There is obviously nothing wrong with that, but as you see, there's just so many little questions that you might have, right? But I do need to be honest with you about something because if I had known this earlier, it would have saved me months of pain. You see, back in 2020, I was doing exactly what I just described, trying to figure it out all on my own. For months, I had all the information, watched all the videos, read blog posts, joined free groups. I knew what digital products were, I understood the process, but I was completely stuck. I was making $0 from my social media accounts. I was literally so close to just giving up entirely. My mom told me to just stick with my job at TD Bank, and my friends said I was just wasting my time. And honestly, I actually started to believe them. I was becoming very depressed. But then something did happen that kind of changed everything for me. I actually found a mentor and someone who already built a digital product business who could actually show me exactly what to do and guide me past all the road bumps that I was facing. And everyone around me tried to talk me out of it. Why would you spend $10,000 on that? My mom literally almost had a heart attack when I told her about the investment. But something inside me knew that my mentor was legit and that he could actually help me. So, despite all the doubt, despite all the fear, despite everyone telling me not to, I took the leap. And I trusted my intuition. And I'm actually very glad that I did. Thank God that it actually paid off and I didn't lose my money. So, because that mentor didn't just teach me information, he helped me actually execute, showed me exactly what to do, in what order, and why. He helped me plan my first launch, something I had absolutely no clue how to do on my own, and ultimately helped me make that $11,000 day on my first launch, which I showed you guys in the beginning. And that was after months of making $0 and just being so frustrated, not knowing like what I was even doing wrong. And that's when everything clicked for me. My only regret is honestly just not getting help sooner. Think about all those months I wasted making the same mistakes without knowing I was making mistakes, getting more and more discouraged, all because I was too stubborn to admit that I needed guidance. If I had just found the mentor, like the right mentor earlier, I could have saved myself months of frustration. Even now, years and millions of dollars later, I still invest thousands into mentors for business, for health, for personal growth, because I truly believe the single best investment you can ever make is like buying someone's years of experience, struggle, and knowledge so that you can shortcut the journey for yourself and get to the destination faster. And that's exactly what I want to do for you. Even when it comes to digital products, I've been through all of the ups and downs. I know exactly where the pitfalls are when it comes to the opportunity I've shown you tonight. I know what works, what doesn't, and why. And I know how to avoid the mistakes. And even if you do run into issues, I know exactly how to fix them. That's something, if that means something to you, of course. Because while you can figure this out on your own, the real question is how much time are you willing to trade? Time you could be spending with your family, time you could be using to make sales instead of staring at a blank dashboard, wondering if you picked the wrong niche, time you'll never get back. You see, I know there are a select few of you here tonight who are serious about making a significant change in your life over the next few months. And you want to learn directly from people who've made it to the top and can help you obviously expedite your success. Some of you don't want to leave this opportunity up the chance, and you're ready to invest in yourself the same way I did back in 2020. There is an easier path. a path that goes a lot faster for those people. There's an option where you can work together with me, where I have a vested interest in your success and I can arm you with every resource I have to give you an advantage when it comes to building your digital product business. Here is that second option, introducing my Inner Circle mentorship program, the Black Friday edition. So, because you're in this masterclass, you're getting a very special deal tonight. More details to come soon. So, here's what's inside the Inner Circle: 24/7 support and direct access to me and my head coach. You get 3 live coaching calls every week where we solve your problems in real time. And you get a comprehensive library of training content, which is over 10 hours of the exact processes I use to make 6 figures per month with digital products. You also get a private community of serious people who are actually making money with digital products. All those students I showed you who are making money and successful, you can even talk to them inside the community. You also get an accountability partner assigned to you. So let's kind of go over everything a little more in depth so you know exactly what you're getting. So you get the private direct messaging access to me and my head coach. So you ask your question in our private group, just me and you in that group, like it's just a private chat channel, and me and my coach will respond ASAP. This means like when you hit a roadblock at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, you're not stuck waiting days for an answer. You get an instant reply. You're not, being paralyzed here thinking, what am I doing wrong? You get immediate clarity and you can keep moving forward. Next is the 3 live group coaching calls every week. These are live interactive sessions where you bring your specific situation, your roadblocks, your questions, and we solve them together right there on the call. You'll walk away with a clear action plan for what to do next, and these get recorded and uploaded into our vault where you can always watch them whenever you want. And you also get a comprehensive library of training content. So 10 hours of the exact processes I use to make over 6 figures per month. These are the exact step-by-step systems I personally use in my business today, and the same systems my student used to make 5K, 10K months. Everything I already recorded, organized, and is ready for you to access the moment you join. Sorry here, I just ran into a little bump. Give me 1 second here. I don't know why it's not proceeding. I'm going to just share my screen with you quickly. Yeah, sorry, the slides just for some reason disappeared, so I'm going to come here and read it for you. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay, back to where we were. So here is the private Inner Circle community. This is another thing I want to share with you. So you're not just joining a group full of like tire kickers and dreamers. Everyone inside my community right now is building their business and sharing what works for them. These are people who will celebrate your first sale with you, answer your questions when the coaches are offline, and just hold you accountable when you need that extra, like push. This is your new circle, your new network, basically your new normal. So everyone in here is here to help you. Like you're kind of like community trying to help each other grow, which I feel like is so important nowadays. You kind of need to surround yourself with winners. Also, you get an accountability partner assigned just for you. So here's the truth. I find that most people fail because they're doing this alone. So we pair you with someone at a similar stage who's working towards the same goals. You'll check in with them weekly, share your wins, troubleshoot problems, and just keep each other moving. I feel like accountability is so important because just talking to someone one-on-one can really just help you move forward and make sure you're not behind, right? Let's make this deal even better, just for tonight. So here are your one-time good for tonight only Black Friday bonuses. So bonus 1 is a 30-day first sale sprint. So we have one goal here to get your first sale in 30 days or less. And here's how we're going to do it. So you get an extra live coaching call every week for the next 30 days. It's just a small, intimate group, way more attention on your specific situation. And this is a call with me, by the way. And since everyone in this sprint will be from tonight's masterclass, you're all moving together and we can start on December 1st together. All right, and next, you get free access to all my paid workshops in 2026. I did my first one back in October, and honestly, everyone loved it. As you can see, people were like saying it was the best workshop they ever attended. They learned so much. So I know you will really value this. Next, you get free access to all my paid, I don't know why that's again. Next, you get my complete template library. So basically everything here that you need to like launch and scale, which is like my proven sales funnel that converts. So this like landing pages, the checkout sequences and the automations. You also get the social media content templates for every platform, email sequences that sell on autopilot, and my proven email sequence that converts and does really well. All right, so the next bonus here is the pre-made digital products you can start selling. So you can actually start selling my exact pre-made digital products that have made me and my students 6 figures. And these are not templates you have to fill out yourself. These are done, complete, ready to sell products that you can start making money with immediately. You'll have a full suite of proven winners ready to go. Okay. Let me just make this bigger for you guys because I don't know why I was presenting like that. Okay, next, you also get another bonus, which a lot of you may already be familiar with, which is the affiliate marketing profit guide. Want to start making money and launch your own product later? Well, this guide shows you exactly how to promote other people's products and earn 50 to 70% commission on every sale. Some of my students make full-time incomes from affiliate marketing alone, which is pretty cool. And now for the fast action bonuses, only for the first 10 people to join tonight. You get a fast action bonus for the first 10 people only. You get extra 6 months of inner circle access. So the first 10 people who join on tonight's call literally get 12 months total of support. That's an extra 6 months of live group coaching calls, unlimited message support from me and my team, community access, all the resources we have inside. Most people see their biggest breakthrough in months 4 to 6. So imagine what you could do in like 6 months on top of that. And the fast action bonus too. This is for the first 10 people. So I'll personally create your digital product for you. So I'll ask about your interests, passions, hobbies, and personally build your entire product from scratch. Normally I charge around like $697 for this service and only do it for a handful of private clients, but it's free for you if you are one of the first to join tonight. You skip straight to selling your own unique product. And this product, by the way, you could sell it for $97. Now, normally the investment in their inner circle is around $6,000. I've literally invested tens of thousands of dollars of my own money into making this the best program in the world. And I've also lost thousands of dollars plus years of my life figuring out this stuff the hard way, but it's not what you'll be paying tonight. Your investment tonight, only because you're here, is just $5,000. The VIP ticket holders, the investment is just $4,500. You're going to get a special bonus in your enrollment fee. Just give your coach a code during your one-on-one onboarding session. And I just want to make sure you understand, only a deposit of $400, which is fully refundable, is needed tonight to lock in your spot, plus the bonuses. The rest will be collected on your one-on-one call with the coach, or you will set up your payment plan with your coach on the call. I'll talk about the payment plan in a second. So yeah, just quickly on the payment plan, you can actually split up the payment into months if you can't pay the total amount upfront. We totally understand that. But heads up, after this Black Friday class, enrollment is jumping up to 7,000, and here's why. We're capping the number of people allowed in. We can't have too many people, of course. Each new group must be sharper, more driven, and more qualified than the last. And as results stack, the value climbs. So does the bar for entry. This is your chance to get in before the investment increases and before the doors close to the general public. So yes, you can obviously break up the payments, as I was saying. It is a big investment, I get it. But luckily, there is another option. We have the payment plans, financing are available if you qualify. We have the interest-free options as well. So you're just paying monthly, you're just breaking it up, which is pretty cool. Just talk to your coach about it on your one-on-one onboarding call after you put down your deposit. We obviously don't want your money if you don't get results. So if you join, you show up to the calls, you go through the training and actually do the work, and you're still not seeing progress after 6 months, we actually keep working with you until you do, because as I said, I am not interested in your money if you're not winning. I'm actually interested in success stories. But I can't help you if you obviously join and disappear. You have to show up and put in the work. For so many of our inner circle students, joining the program and getting coached by me and my team is what flipped the switch for them. After tonight, you can clearly see why digital products are a life-changing opportunity. The question is, do you want to have to go through all of this trial and error yourself? Or do you want to just be able to turn your brain off, listen to the strategies that we've battle tested, and just follow our lead? And remember, out of all the students I showed you tonight who are crushing it, all of them, we have David, Abudi, Jada, Yasmin, none of them are different than you. They all started in the exact same position you are in right now, but we gave them the blueprint and coached them as they executed on it. One winning digital product can launchpad you into leaving your 9 to 5, working from anywhere in the world, never checking the price of stuff, splurging on Christmas presents this year, having complete control over your schedule and life. And sure, not everyone will make millions of dollars like I have, but anyone can replace their full-time salary working part-time hours. It only gets harder if you wait though. Right now in 2025, we are still early. AI plus digital products is genuinely the best opportunity I have ever seen. And there's no better time to get started than the holidays, obviously buying season. But as more people learn about this, competition will continue to increase, there's actually like a very unique window of opportunity right now for beginners to come in and scoop up the market share before the masses get into this. And obviously, I want that to be you. The real cost of not taking action: every moment you wait, you're missing out on thousands of potential customers on social media who are searching for a digital solution that you could be providing to them, and instead are spending their hard-earned money on other products that are inferior to what you can create with AI now using my strategy. So here's what your next 90 to 180 days could look like. You decide to take action on this unique once in a lifetime opportunity. You build an online business with AI that gives you complete freedom. You start generating income that's not tied to how many hours you work. You get your work done in just a few hours per week from anywhere. You're still able to treat yourself and your loved ones to nice things, and you still have some leftovers to invest and to throw into savings. And you live life that you design on your terms without stress and without worry. And by the way, a lot of people have been asking about the AI prompts, so don't worry. We are going to put that in the Telegram chat as well, so you can access that afterwards to build your business. So don't worry about that. The decision in front of you right now, I just want to share. By putting down a deposit of $400 tonight, you finally have a complete clarity on exactly what you need to do to get your first digital product sale. And then the next 10 after that, you get mentored by coaches who have all built successful digital product businesses from zero. You get all of our proven, content templates, AI prompts, recorded trainings, and up-to-date strategies. And you have a community of other go-getters on the exact same path as you. You give yourself the best possible chance at seeing results. So click the link in the chat and description. You can put down your fully refundable deposit to secure your spot and the exclusive bonuses. So again, you're only putting down a $400 deposit just to secure your spot. And again, it is fully refundable if for whatever reason you change your mind. And you would receive an email to schedule your personal onboarding session where we'll get you set up your payment plan and pretty much get you started. And you can look out for a message from Benny. He's on my team and he will get you all sorted. But yeah, about this, I just want to confirm with you guys. So you want to make sure that if you actually want to save your spot and get all the bonuses I mentioned, all the deals, you just want to put down that $400 deposit now with the link, I guess, in the YouTube chat. You should see it there. It should be pinned. But basically, yeah, once you do that, you have your spot saved. You make sure that you get your bonuses saved as well. But for whatever reason, if you decide that you don't want to continue, you can get a full refund. But yeah, we want to make sure that we let you know that this offer is only active for the time of this masterclass. So after the masterclass, the offer disappears, right? And so I just want to make sure that you get a chance to, I guess, get that done. So while we're pretty much getting a lot of you guys to do that, I just want to answer some frequently asked questions because I know obviously most of you probably have a bunch of questions, and so let's go through them. So how long will this offer be open? So this offer is, again, only available while this live masterclass is still live. It ends in the next few hours. However, you can lock in everything with a deposit of just $400. And again, this deposit is fully refundable. If you speak to a coach and you're not a good fit, you'll just get your money back immediately. Next, how much time do I need? So if you can give me maybe 5 to 7 hours a week, you can do this. I designed this system for people who, are working in school, busy. Everything is just broken down step by step. You don't need to spend hours every day. You just need consistency. I had students who work full-time jobs, moms with toddlers, and people currently in school right now. And what payment methods are available? So if you have a credit limit or credit score, you can pay over time. You can pay up to 12 months, monthly, so you don't have to pay up front. If you have only a debit, you can do one of our payment plans as well. Your coach will walk you through your options after you put down a deposit and book your call. So yes, we definitely have payment options for you, payment plans, so that you can break the payment into monthly if you can't pay up front. So how long is the program access for? So 6 months, but for the first 10 people who join right now, you get an extra 6 months, so it'll be a year. But again, we do have that guarantee as well. For people who don't get results in the first 6 months, we will be happy to work with you until you do. Like all my students right now, they're all getting results, right? Like we want to keep working with them until they do. That's kind of the goal. Again, I'm not interested in your money unless you are making money. How quickly can I start seeing results? So morally, I cannot guarantee you see any results. It just depends entirely on whether you show up for yourself. However, the fastest I've seen a student get their first sale was literally in 4 days. And that was from someone who followed the system that I teach and didn't overthink. But most students that I've seen honestly get their first sale within maybe 7 to 21 days. It just depends on consistency, not really experience. I've had so many beginners who made their first sale in a week. So again, it just depends on you and how much time you're willing to put into this. But again, if you can honestly dedicate 2 hours a day, even 1 hour a day, that should be fine. What makes this different from other programs? Well, most programs just sell you a course and then disappear. They give you videos, but there's like no support. So my program is the opposite. You're not doing this alone. You get actual coaching. You get real field feedback, daily support, weekly calls, help with your niche, your digital product, your content, your offers, everything. And the system does work whether you want to be on camera or stay completely faceless. So you can literally message me personally at any time and ask me a question. I can review your product. I can review your niche, your social media. We're always there to help you every step of the way. The goal is to make sure that you're on the right track, not making mistakes, and actually doing what you need to do to get sales. Now let's actually do a Q&A. I want you to just ask me anything in the YouTube chat so I can just go through the questions and make sure that I'm answering you. So I'm going to come to YouTube and see what we can do here. So oops. Let me just come here. I'm going to start answering you guys in the chat. So yeah, definitely drop your questions so I can see. Oh wow, there's a lot of questions here, so I'm trying to go through them as fast as I can. So, okay, so oh yeah, also so don't worry. At the end of this, I'll be revealing the $500 deposit winner, and then also I'll make sure you guys get access to the AI prompts. Well, I think we're gonna put that in the Telegram chat. So if you bought the VIP, yes, you do get a discount of $500, which you can talk to with the coach on your call. You just have to put the $400 deposit for now. I'm so excited for everyone who joined. I just want to tell you guys something. I really think that literally anyone can start a digital product business and make it work, especially since 2026 is almost here. In my community right now of students who are succeeding, we're honestly like a small community and we just help each other out. Like everyone who's succeeding right now, you can literally talk to them inside of my Discord like community, and you can get help from people who are actually doing it right now. And so just having the like people around you who are already succeeding is literally the most important thing. Like you need to be around like-minded individuals to obviously get to where you want to go. And again, there's literally no loss here. Like you have 6 months to work with me and get results. And if you don't, I'll keep working with you until you do. Like there's really no loss. We're going to make sure we take care of you and hold your hand every step of the way. I'm literally so excited. Someone said they're already inside. This is awesome. Okay, that's amazing. I'm so excited. Adam said he's in. This is great. I cannot wait to work with all of you guys and hold your hand every step of the way. This is going to be an amazing 2026 for us. We're going to have so much fun together, hopefully. And yes, as I was saying, guys, you can break up your payments. Of course, you do not have to pay upfront. Obviously, like you can pay monthly if you can't, afford to pay upfront. We totally understand that. And again, right, you can make your money back through digital products and pay it off again. So yeah, that definitely gives you some flexibility. And yeah, don't worry, we will make sure. I'm not sure how my team's going to give you guys those AI prompts. From what I know, it's going to be in a Telegram group. So I want to talk to you guys about, I guess, think about something here, right? What your life could look like just like a few months from now if you actually are able to make this work. Think about it, right? Let's say you start making income with digital products, whatever the amount may be. Obviously, I can't guarantee, right? But let's say you start making a full-time income like a lot of my students have. You replace your 9-to-5 job, you finally live the life of your dreams, and you kind of never have to work a job again in your life. That's the goal, right? Like the goal is to replace your income with digital products so that you can do this full-time. So it's like, think of it as like an investment in yourself, right? You need to invest in yourself first in order to actually see results. If you don't have, I see a lot of people saying AI prompts. And if you don't have Telegram, we'll see what we can do to send you those AI prompts. I'll figure that out. It's my first time going live, by the way, so sorry if I'm like not doing a good job. But so yeah, let me also explain something that I think a lot of you need to hear as well. I think that when it comes to investing in yourself, a lot of us kind of get scared. And that was me like 5 years ago. Before I got my mentor, I was like terrified to invest in myself. Everyone was telling me not to do it. They're like, don't invest in yourself. Like, don't you might get scammed. But then I ended up investing in myself and I ended up now getting where I am today. And I truly don't believe if I hadn't invested in myself, I would not be where I am today. I think that I would still be struggling. Maybe I'd still be working my 9-to-5, but getting that mentor literally changed my life. And now I'm doing that for other people. Like literally the students in my community are succeeding and they're doing extremely well. And it makes me so happy to see because, I remember once being in their position and not knowing what to do. And then Now seeing them getting sales and like changing their life truly makes me so happy. So I'd love to help you guys do the same and hold your hand every step of the way. Yeah, I'll see if my team can send you guys the AI prompts on email tomorrow. I think we'll send you guys the AI prompts on email hopefully tomorrow if we can. Um, so yeah, keep asking me questions, guys. Here, I want to see if I can help in any way. Yeah, so you have to put down your deposit for this call to get all the deals, lock in the bonus. So yeah, make sure you put your deposit now. Again, it is fully refundable. You do not need Shopify, guys. You're using StanStore. And I believe, and also like if StanStore didn't work in your country, you could use something else that we allow, but we'll always make sure it's something, that actually works for everyone, right? And also we teach you email marketing. We teach you everything. Like it's a step-by-step system that you'll follow. I really hope that I can work with every single one of you and help you get your first sale by 2026. So if you guys join and we can get your first sale ASAP, that'd be really cool. So yeah, you can be a complete beginner. You literally don't have to have any experience. You don't have to be tech savvy. I literally showed you guys how to build like a small piece of the business just using AI. But imagine what you could do with like everything, all the information I'm going to give you, right? This is just like this is like 10% of it. So there's a lot more to learn, of course, but I hope this gave you clarity as well. And yes, I do have, yes, you don't have to pay for Canva. You can use the free trial. Yes. Let's see what else you guys are asking me here. Yeah, keep asking me questions, guys, because I'm trying to answer all of them. There's just a lot of them. So yeah, in my Discord community, right, how it works is like you can message me at any time. You can message me and my head coach at any time, literally. And you can also do this from anywhere in the world, by the way. Like it doesn't matter which country you're from. This works for anyone. And if you're if you're kind of on the fence, I just recommend putting the $400 deposit down because again, it is fully refundable. And again, you want to make sure you secure your spot, but it does work for anyone worldwide. So can beginners do this? Yes, this is actually meant for beginners with like no experience. If you're from zero, you can do this as well. And I just want to see what else questions you guys have as well here. You do not need an LLC for this, especially when you're first starting out. Like that's like the last thing you want to worry about. You need to first make money, and then you can think about that after. And yes, this is like a step-by-step thing. Like it's like everything is like step-by-step. So it's like think of me like holding your hand every step of the way, and then like me making sure everything you're doing is correct. And yes, you can actually like the thing you saw how easy it is to create the product, right? So you can test out different products. You can make multiple different products if you want. You can literally there's no losing here, right? Let's say you make a product and then you don't like it, you can just make another one. There's like no cost to it as well, right? You can switch niches, you can try different things. Also, I let you guys sell my pre-made digital products that are proven. So if you don't want to create your own product, you can literally just resell mine that I've proven to make 6 figures with me and my students. One of my students, his name's Abudi. He has been selling one of my products and doing really well with it, and he personally likes that. So I'm be happy to hold your hand and make sure you guys see success. And yes, you guys do get weekly calls with me and my team. There's like 3 calls a week. So we'll basically on those calls we'll kind of guide you and ensure that you're kind of doing everything right. Kind of go over a game plan, and just like have everyone kind of interact and you share different ideas. I think the main thing here with the community too is really important to have other people around you building the business so you feel motivated to continue and have kind of a support system because it's kind of hard to do this alone without support, right? And you don't have to use StanStore if you don't want. Like obviously there's other options, but I just like StanStore. I recommend it for everyone. But if you want to use something else, you can. And yeah, so obviously as I was telling you guys, there's the community, right? So everyone that you're in this community with all these people doing the same thing that you're doing. So it's like everyone's holding each other accountable, making sure that you're actually getting results, right? And someone asked me, do I need 8 hours a day? Definitely not 8 hours a day. 8 hours is a lot. As I said, you can still do this only if you have like less than an hour a day, right? It's just about being consistent. If you can do this for 1 hour every single day, that's fine. As long as you're just showing up daily and texting me, and I just want to make sure you're doing well. One thing I always ask in the community is to just try to stay active and try to talk to everyone in there. Message me your progress. That's really important. I'm just seeing what else you guys are asking here. And yeah, you don't build this business with time. It's like a consistency thing and like priority. So like even if you spent like 5 hours a week, that's fine. As long as you just keep moving forward, right? And you have our support every step of the way. Some people think this costs 7,000. So the normal price of this program is 7,000, but since you're here and it's Black Friday, you get the deal, so it'll only be 5,000. And again, you can split that up into payments, monthly payment plans. So if you can't pay 5,000 upfront, then you can split it up into monthly payment plans. Um, let's see what else you guys are asking here. What if I cannot commit right now? I have a lot of students who are like that. We're always happy to kind of try to help you out and see what we can do. Like if you need a little bit of time, we can extend your stay and stuff. So don't worry about that. We're not like so strict on that type of stuff too. Like if you need a little bit of time. I know some people want to start in 2026, so that's fine too. You can still join now and secure the lowest price and get all these bonuses because these bonuses are only available for the call, right? I cannot wait to work with you too. I'm really happy to see everyone joining. I truly cannot wait. Again, we're gonna have so much fun together. This is actually gonna be so much fun. See, the whole point of business is to try to make it fun. Like I feel like when you're doing it on your own, it kind of feels overwhelming and like you get lost. But then when you're doing it with like a group of people, that's when like you actually start to have fun and it kind of comes like a video game. Because all the students in my community, they're just sharing their progress every day. They're sharing their sales, so it's like super cool to see. Let's see here. So what payment plans are available? So you can pay over 12 months if you'd like. Like you want to split it up into 12 months, you can do that. I see a lot of people do that, and that's totally normal. And the goal is that you make money, right, with this so that you can pay it off. So obviously you want to make money with digital products, pay that off, and hopefully replace whatever income you're trying to replace, whether that's like your job or I have people here who do it. Like my students, some of them do this full time and they don't want to work 9 to 5. Other people like doing it on the side. So it really just depends on you and your goals. See here. Yeah, so you can use other options. There's like if you don't want to use Stand Store, you can use like Beacons. You can use Gumroad. There's like a few other ones I added if you want to use them. So let's see here. Yeah, I'll be sharing the $500 winner shortly after I'm done answering all your questions. So yeah, the point I'm seeing someone here asking, what's the point of the community? The point of the community, right, is like without having people around you doing what you're doing, it becomes really hard to be consistent, right? Like you don't have anyone there to support you or guide you or tell you where you're messing up, and I think that's the most important part. Even for me, right? Like without my mentor, I don't even think I would be here today because I was struggling so much. I don't even know what I was doing wrong. Like I just kept like thinking that digital products didn't work. I was so close to giving up, but then my mentor changed my life, right? And if it wasn't for him, I definitely would not have been able to launch my first product and make 11,000 in a day. So it just shows that investing in yourself always is always a good idea. Obviously people invest in themselves, right, with different things. Some people it's like their health, some people it's just their lifestyle, whatever it is. But I truly believe that investing in your financial future is just as important as investing in your health as well. And yeah, if you want to avoid all the mistakes and pretty much have like a proven step-by-step plan to follow, then this becomes like a no-brainer, right? Let's see if you guys can ask me some more questions here because I see a lot. Hmm. Yes, so yeah, you can use, and yes, I did my first launch ever that I did back in 2020. I had an $11,000 day, and that was thanks to my mentor, of course, because I had no idea what I was doing before him, and he made everything so clear. So yeah, I do think that's extremely important to have someone who has already done it and just like kind of teach you how to do it as well. And yes, again, the $400 deposit, by securing it tonight, you can lock in the price, the lowest price possible. You get all the bonuses, and it is fully refundable in case, for whatever reason, you're not a good fit for the program. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, guys, let's keep going. We only have a few more minutes left, guys. Make sure you put down your deposit. I do not want you to miss out on this amazing opportunity to work with me and my team. I promise you this will be the best thing you ever do for your future. Just a few more minutes, guys, and I'm going to have to end this forever, unfortunately. But if you joined, I cannot wait to work with you. Okay, let's see. Anyone have any questions about anything? about the deposits. It's just, again, it's the $400 deposit right now to secure your spot and clock in the Black Friday deal. Sorry, guys, my team's asking me if I should end this, but I want to give some of you guys a chance. I see still some of you on the fence. So yeah, if you put down the $400 deposit and you don't, if you don't want to proceed, that's okay too. It is fully refundable. But you will have a call with my coach to help you get into the program and see if it's the right fit for you. But again, investing in yourself is never a waste, as I said. I still see some of you putting in your last deposits because we only have literally like a minute, not a minute, but like 2-3 minutes left. So make sure you guys put your deposit in now before it's too late. And I see so many of you in here who have already joined the program or I guess put your deposit down, which is awesome. I cannot wait for you guys to get in. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this free class as well. That's awesome. Just, I guess, 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes, and then that's it. 2 more minutes, and that's it. And I guess that's it. You have your chance. So I hope you guys join. Just a few more minutes, guys, for the deposits. It's almost up. See here. All right, guys, we're almost done. So I just want to make sure I'm giving you a chance to put down your deposit. As I was saying, again, you get on the call with the coach, and for whatever reason, if you don't want to proceed, that's totally fine. You will get your money back if for whatever reason you don't proceed. But I really hope you do, because if you join the program, I know it's going to be life-changing. And obviously, you don't want to spend another year living the same life, right? The goal is to obviously become financially free and make a full-time income with digital products. So I can't wait. This video, I believe, will be on YouTube for the next few hours or something, but then it'll be gone. So if someone missed it and wants to watch it, you can. But yeah, I still see a few of you joining, few more people joining the program. So I'll give you guys a few more minutes. Just a few more minutes, guys, because I keep seeing last-minute people joining, and I don't want you guys to miss out on this deal, because I would feel really sad if you did. And I did announce the winner. It was Lena on Instagram. So you reaching 10K a month, it really comes down to you. How much work are you going to put in? I mean, if you put in the work, right? I don't see why you can't do it. I think one of my students, though, 3 or 4 months, the fastest I've seen selling digital products in the business niche, I believe was 3 months when they hit their first $10,000.